heating up up to temperature, but you can't see it now because it's already up, so the lights are off. We put in the gold. Actually, we put in a smaller crucible inside the bigger crucible so that we can use smaller pieces. And then we put the flux in, wait for that to heat up, put the gold in with a little flux on top, put it in, and within a few minutes it's ready to go ahead and melt it and be separated. Now with the kit, it comes with a pair of gloves, some special tongs, the graphite stir rod, and it's got a graphite insert into the mold. Now these are for bigger quantities, so that's why we're using a smaller crucible to go inside the bigger one.
Tell us how much gold you got and stuff.
What was it, 20?
0.6.
20.6.
So we're gonna take the 20.6. We already
Have the crucible?
This crucibles already has borax in it on the bottom, and we already seasoned it. And we're gonna put the gold in, a little bit of borax on top. Put it in the furnace and wait. Okay, I'm doing this up here, but I'm gonna take it down below.
Now around it is quite cool, but the handle is actually quite warm.
See, it's right here.
So you can actually almost handle it this way.
Okay, for handling purposes, I'm gonna bring it back down here.
Okay, it comes with 2 torch heads and a pair of gloves and another set of tongs, which are a little bit different, and 2 of the smaller crucibles, which we just showed you a little while ago. Now we put it in here. It takes a little bit longer because you have to center the crucible in the middle so that it can go around, and then I think it's ready. You want to go ahead and try it?
Yep. A little different there.
Yeah.
Oh, is the gold sitting on top of the ice?
Yes.
Wow.
So we'll see the one on to the bottom too. It's in separate pieces. You're right. You need to put it in a little longer.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah.
That one may need to be cleaned up just a little bit. This kit comes in Amazon. I believe it's around $170. You get 2 of the heads. You get 1 forceps, if you want to call it that, and 2 gloves. Now with this one, it's very critical that you put the crucible in the middle so it has enough to heat up all around. It tends to take a little bit longer, but it tends to do a fairly good job as long as you leave it in enough. Now we do the same way. We put borax at the bottom, heat it up, put the gold in, a little borax on top, and then leave it in for about 10-15 minutes, and then it should be ready. This is when we want to reprocess the gold. It comes in a kit. I believe it's only around $60-70, but it does take more knowledge of what you take out when and the gold, but it does separate all the other elements from it, so we have just pure gold.
Number 4, fourth batch.
Okay. Ready? Okay, so right now we preheated our little furnace because we had a crucible in there, so now we're going to put it in. We're going to got the crucible's preheated. We're going to take it out, put the gold in, and then put some flux on top of it. Go ahead, it's in, gold's in. That's all right. Flux. And then you can see it in there, it's bubbling, the flux is already liquefied, and when it gets up to temperature, the gold will melt and we'll have a little...
Yep, I saw that.
So putting it down here, like Richard said, it has to be set in here a certain way, so you might have to get it in there and move it around a little bit. How's that look?
It looks good.
Okay.
Put the top on.
And you put the top back on, and it says to offset it a little bit, because you don't want all your heat coming out the top. You want some of the heat to come out the top. You want pressure to build up in there.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Now we wait.
Right to the notes.
good story. My friend Vince, years ago, there was a guy next door to me at my old shop, and he used to convert Selectric typewriters, the IBM typewriters. He'd buy them from the banks, and they were hooked to computers or data banks, and they'd be automatic, and they'd send signals. And what it was the relays were silver with iron with a gold plating, and so when the guy converted them into manually typewriters so he could sell them on the open market, my friend would go get all the old relays, and he'd cut off. He'd sit there at night at the store, and he'd do with his little dikes. He'd be cutting off he'd cut every little relay off the button, and then he'd melt it up. And he had like at the end when the guy finished. Well, he actually moved away to another location. He had like 10 1 ounce silver buttons that he had melted with the he'd taken all the little buttons and melted them in big rounds. Another club member,
I see him occasionally.
Yeah, he used to do that a lot. But the trouble was, as the computers got more and more sophisticated, they didn't need as much. The thickness of the gold on the board got thinner and thinner. And so it wasn't worth it after a while to take the gold off because there wasn't that much there.
Right.
But the old boards were what they call triple plated, so they had 3 layers of gold, so they were worth a lot of money once you got the gold off. Another interesting one was Bill Abisto. He knew some people up in Julian. They had the old mine shafts on their property that was filled with water. So he went and got one of these carbon filters and pumped out the water out of the mine and captured the gold in the water.
Wow, nice.
And he got about $4,000 or $5,000 in breaking up the carbon filters. But the trouble was, as you pumped out the water, new water rushed in, and so after a while you diluted the concentration of the gold. It wasn't worth it, but he did it on 3 mines up there. Pretty interesting. Some of the stuff they did in those days. That was about 1985.
Okay, we're gonna take the we got the Pro Cast kiln, and we're gonna take the gold out. We put the crucible in earlier into the smaller crucible into the bigger crucible. If you open it up, look right in here. You got the large crucible right here, and the small one's down there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the small one out, and we're gonna dump it into the water, and we're gonna get our nugget. So we took our small amounts of gold, and we're gonna dump it in here. Yeah, I can look right there. You see the crucible right there, still hot. Dumped it into there.
Pretty nice. How much gold is there?
104.4 grains out of 120.